Hello everyone, this is Amanita. So in our pick a pile reading today, we're doing it on how can you find success, success in any forms, just in general. Success has many definitions. So we have 3 piles. In our first pile, we have a fairy star. The second, we have a reindeer eraser. And the third, this is a pyrite ore, sometimes called fool's gold. So pick your pile. The timestamps will be in the description, and I'll see you in your pile or multiple. Hello and welcome everyone who chose the fairy star. So let's see, how can you find success? So we have fire agate, which says initiation and creative empowerment. So through your creativity is how you're going to find success in one way. Through ways of taking action, getting in that flow state where you can do something that you really love to do, that you haven't seen other people do, that just came straight from like you don't know where type of thing. The tower, I see this as you just really letting and allowing inspiration to come in through like your crown, and to you act upon that as if this coming in is some sort of initiation into that spark of what it is that you are to take action on. So do pay attention to what you have kind of coming in, what's been showing up a lot lately, what kind of sparks, what kind of insights do you have going on right now, because those things, you might have some things coming in claircognitively or clairvoyantly, however, just coming in your mind somehow, you don't know how, that has the potential to bring you a lot of success if you do act upon those things, and just trust whatever is coming in for yourself. Also, I do see acting or doing something that involves like mask though, because I am seeing this mask. So something that does involve, some people like to paint masks, like there's lots of ways to use a mask, whether it's through their acting or whatever it is for you. We have the sun, so I see you as being in the spotlight here. The sun is, in astrology, the sun is your self-expression. It's your personality. It's everything revolves around the sun, basically. So it's kind of like something that is very creative, empowering, joyful. It's very exciting for you. So you're going to find success or having a good time, basically just acting on your creative impulses and just whatever comes through for you. You will find a lot of success through those things if you act upon them. But that's the thing, you have to act upon them. You can't just dream about them all day and fantasize. And also inviting other people in, being very welcoming, getting other people involved, having a sort of community where you all have a like-minded goal that you're going after, or something along the lines of you have people who like similar things, but you each do your part and you really get to shine in your one specific area of whatever that is for you. Having the Queen of Swords here, isolation, loneliness, resurrection, home, inspirational creation, alchemy, elements, innovation. So taking time to yourself and kind of thinking about what you want to do exactly. Libra energy is harmonious, it's balanced, it is relationship oriented. So it is kind of taking a step back and being more of an observer point of view. I'm seeing this almost as like though you just sitting on your throne of and thinking about what you want to create here, and kind of directing that forth in whatever sense, maybe planning a little bit out in a way. But I do feel like being social is going to help you in this situation right now. I'm really paying attention to her ring. Her ring looks like an Aries symbol. So I do feel like having Libra and Aries, having a balance between being assertive and being and cooperating, making sure you're getting what you want here, in terms of your success, but also cooperating with others so you have a very harmonious and beneficial relationship with others, so that when you need help, others are there for you, and you're there to help others as well. So it's a very balanced relationship. Taking a step back and kind of knowing what you want for yourself and being able to tell people what you want, having very clear communication so everyone knows where you stand and everyone knows what you want. I'm very much paying attention to like all the blue energy here and the butterflies as well. Having freedom in whatever you're doing is going to bring you success, just to being able to do things on your own terms, because we have the sun here. Yours is your own creative empowerment. These are your own kind of things. So it's with isolation too. These are like things that you're doing on your own. These are your insights. These are your inspirations. These are your epiphanies. These are things that you're doing on your own in your own free time, is when you're being creative and really figuring out what you want to do here. So kind of going at it solo as you're creating, but then sharing it with others. Because you will find a lot of inspiration when you just take time to just be by yourself for a little bit, and then you can share all those beautiful creations that you have with other people. And with, of course, inspirational creation, alchemy, the elements, innovation, being creative with how you are using your resources, and having that balanced approach, using multiple things too, using multiple tools, multiple methods will be very beneficial in your success. So I am seeing, a lot of balance energy, so using your left and your right brain, using this modality and that modality, mixing them together and creating something new and innovative, because you want this something to be original, you want it to be unique, this want it to be your own expression, and it's going to bring you a lot of success when you do this. Being very empowered in your own creations. I'm looking at this this dragon here in this picture. Green energy, it's straight from the heart. And this can be something, this doesn't have to be like a creative project as in like an art, because this can also be your spiritual connections, your connection to source, you communicating with your guides here, and being a witness to, being someone who takes in messages and is able to communicate them to others in a way. So this doesn't have to be an art. This can be a spiritual art. This can be like something that you're doing in terms of like what I'm doing right now, like making a video, or selling your services on Etsy. Like maybe you read tarot, or maybe you do astrology, maybe you read bones, whatever it is for you, kind of receiving messages from source and being that conductor and that communicator to others for what those signs and symbols are. And also getting out in nature is going to be beneficial for you too. Seeing all these we have the moon and the sun here, so more like solar and lunar energy to balance out. Seeing the fairies in here and like elemental creatures, so those can be things relevant to you, of course. Animals can be beneficial, seeing a few animals in here as well. And with our King of Water, under isolation, so for me, this card a lot of the time has to do with your subconscious and the unconscious. So this can be something that is dealing with kind of you finding success through means of looking at your own subconscious, taking like an objective point of view, like just taking this time by yourself to heal things in your subconscious that are blocking you from expressing what you came here to express. That can be one message, and I know that's not going to be relevant to everyone. The King of Water, he's a Scorpio card, so he's very intense and passionate, but he's really ensures the welfare for others. Like he's in the waters, but able to direct from the waters. So that's why I could see you being someone who receives spiritual messages and is able to communicate them to others. Because you are in these waters, I do feel like you have a connection to, you know, unseen realms in some sort of way. So in whatever way that you kind of go about expressing that and sharing that with others, whether it's going to be through art or it's going to be through channeling messages or whatever it is for you. But I'm also seeing you're very gentle too, but you do have a side of you that's like, that's very strict. So it's more balance here, more to balance out, balancing out your gentle and your strict nature, because I'm seeing him with this fish here. He's very, very welcoming, making sure as well that you're not blocking off opportunities for success, even if you are isolated or lonely in some way. And you want to make sure everything goes according to plan. Make sure you're still being gentle and compassionate, and you're not blocking off any success that could come to yourself. I'm also looking at this trident here, so I'm seeing kind of an energy of more Neptune energy. Neptune in astrology deals with the unseen realms. It deals with compassion, spirituality. It deals with a lot of creative arts like poetry and such. So those can be relevant terms for you as well. We have the King of Cups again, so more gentle energy, gentle, loving energy. You can be searching for a guy who's like the King of Cups. You might be searching for yourself a dude, a partner, or maybe you need more of a Queen of Cups in your life. You need a business partner or someone to work with you. Could be beneficial for you right now, whether you know that's going to be someone who is going to handle more of those strict details. And of course, you don't need anyone to help you. Like, you have everything you need within you, but this can just be, you know, this can just be helpful for you, because if you have been in a state where you've been really lonely, it might be beneficial for you now to really invite these people into your life, invite more like-minded people into your life, more people who are going to be able to handle, take an objective point of view for you, because, you know, whether you're the Queen of Swords in this, or you're the Sun, or you're the King of Cups, it could be very beneficial for you to have others around you at this time, as we're seeing in the Sun card. So collaborating with a group of people can be beneficial. And crystals as well can be very helpful for you right now, in the way of you might want to work with crystals to empower you in some way, or you might even wish to do some sort of crystal healing or energy work in some way. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, you can just kind of look up. So say, you know, you're wanting to do, have a lot of, maybe you have writer's block right now, for example. You know, look up kind of crystals for writer's block. I actually know one that's good for a writer's block, which is this called calligraphy stone. This one is good for writer's block, but, you know, just kind of look into that for yourself. It doesn't have to even be crystals. It can just be some sort of energy that you're working with that can be helpful to you right now. You might work with Reiki. You might want to go to an energy healer, or you might want to. I feel this can be even like working with flower essences, or working with herbs, anything kind of that nature where you have something to work with here. This can even be like a pen. I just saw like a pen or a pencil, or like drawing. Just kind of something that you're using to work with your hands here. And I was really paying attention to her crystal on her fingers, so I do feel like there are going to be some crystals that are going to be able to help you with your inspiration too, and be able to receive clear messages, and you know, just taking action on what you are receiving. So your creative ideas and all that. So let's roll the dice for pile 1. How can they find success? How can pile 1 find success? There's so through the Sun, we have the Sun right here, of course. So this is creativity and self-expression. This is stuff that is very conscious to you. It's in the forefront of your mind. Bringing the subconscious to conscious too. unconscious to conscious. I am seeing 12 here. 12th house energy is dealing with the unseen realms. It has to do with isolation, hidden places, your dreams, your creativity, your imagination, spirituality. It can also be like loss. It can be your own undoing. So there might be things that you do have to kind of just let go of. You know, less is more sometimes really helps you gain a more close connection to the source. So, and we also have Virgo energy. So Virgo is very detailed, service-oriented sign. You can also be dealing with people who display these qualities too. So anyway, Virgo's practical, hardworking, analytical, detailed, step-by-step work, service-oriented, very helpful. They're like a blacksmith of the zodiac. Hand-eye coordination. Also health. Paying attention to your health too. So let me get some more messages from the dice. So for pile 1, how can they find success, please? So 1 energy, this is you. This is your own approach. It's all about you. It's all through you, my friend. Okay. Pisces energy is very creative, spiritual, like imaginative, compassionate. Can also deal with addictions and illusions sometimes, so be careful for that, you know. If you are dealing with any sort of addictions or illusions, to reach out to people, you know. There's going to be people around who are supportive for you at this time. And with the moon energy, we have your instincts, your roots, your emotional needs, like what brings you emotional fulfillment. This also can represent your mother, the feminine energy. So we have feminine and masculine. We have the sun and the moon. So we have kind of, the sun is your conscious expression, but the moon is what you're like instinctually operating off of, and what you need to feel like emotionally fulfilled within. So usually people don't see your moon sign until they know you well. So this is something that you kind of operate off of, that other people aren't really aware of, you know. It's not in their conscious mind that they're seeing. So that is what I have for those of you. We have a lot of majors in here, and we have a lot of court cards. So we have a lot of different kind of people and personalities involved. And this is something pretty major for you. Seeing the sun in the tower, this is meant to be something fun though. Remember that this is supposed to be something very enjoyable to you, and that brings you a lot of life and vitality. And that's how you're gonna find success, by having a good freaking time. Making sure you're being balanced about it though, balancing solar lunar energies, and that'll keep you in vital shape to be able to keep doing it. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment below if any of this resonated. Hello everyone who chose the reindeer. So let's see what we got going on for how can you find success is our question. So we have citrine, inspired intention, success. So you might be very focused on finding your success right now, and that is why you have come to this video or found yourself on here somehow. We have a citrine right here, by the way. So citrine, I love citrine. Citrine gives you a lot of mental clarity, so you can be able to have that focus on your goal and your intention to keep you, kind of keep your mind on what you want, so you can really start to manifest that. It's great for, they call it like the businessman stone or something. Like a lot of what you call successful people, in terms of finances, I think they call it successful people. But anyway, a lot of successful people do carry citrine around, or have citrine in their office in some way, carry citrine in their wallet. It's great for, you know, manifesting any sort of wealth or abundance into your life. So it could be beneficial for you to even get yourself a little citrine, making sure it's a real one, of course, but making sure you're setting an intention too, and really knowing what you want, so that you're not just kind of bringing things into your life that you don't know what is going on. You know, maybe take a little bit of time to sit down and write down, like, this is what I want. I want this car, this color, or I want to, this doesn't have to be a material world thing either. This can be like, I want to connect with my guides, like, and or you know, whatever it is for you, whatever it is, whatever success is gonna be. Okay. So I do feel like having some time to really reflect on what it is that you truly want, you know, take some time to rest and take a step back here. Take the time to rest, relax, maybe meditate, just sleep. Pay attention to your dreams too. That could tell you a lot as well. See a candle here, the smoke, just really having a good time. Just take some time to have a good time, and just relax and chill. And you know, what do you want in your heart of hearts is the question. She's pouring this water from her heart, so it's like, and it says gift of truth, so it's like, what do you want in your heart of hearts that is like encoded in your DNA? What do you want? Is really to ask yourself from your heart, and to really set those intentions and to really align those goals and those visions and know what you want. That's like the thing that it's like, you have to know what you want. You have to make it very clear what you want, is what I'm feeling from this pile right now. I'm gonna get a drink of water. I do see you as someone who is compassionate and who is creative and nurturing, seeing the Queen of Cups come through. But it's like, you really have to align your visions and know exactly what you're trying to manifest and what you want. Like, what is success to you too? Like, it's your truth, you know, finding your personal truth and not what someone told you what success is. So with exiled, illusion of separation, disconnect, and isolation, you might be feeling like you can't achieve right now. You might be feeling like success is just not in your peripheral at this time, and that no one's out here to support you. You feel the universe doesn't have your back in some way, or you just kind of might have beliefs around like thinking that you can't do something, whether that's conscious or unconscious, and you just aren't feeling the support that you truly need right now, even though it is there for you. You know, that's the good thing about this card. It's illusion of separation, you know. So just a shift in perspective, you can find that unity consciousness again, you know. Seeing the lantern here, this is like your light within. Follow that light within, find that again for yourself. Align with your visions, align with your goals, align what's true to you, because of the throat portal, there might have been people in the past who have tried to suppress you from what you truly want for yourself, and it's really time for you to speak your truth and what you want, you know, put it out in the world. I am feeling like a fearful energy right now, so it's like there's a fear to go after what you want and to speak your truth. And you know, there's just a need to rest and know what's true to you here. Like, what is your truth? It's time for you to speak your truth. And because I feel like you're there for a lot of people too. And there's just like, and you're just feeling kind of down and out, you know, at this time. And there's really a need to reconnect with what you truly want within and what's true to you. And with the Two of Water, so this can be for you. You need to speak your truth in a relationship, I'm feeling. That you might not have been doing that in a relationship. For others of you, I see this as this can be like a business partnership coming in, actually. Having someone that you can work with this on, or someone that you can trust and talk about this with. But in whatever way, I am feeling like, though, there's a need to speak your truth in a relationship for a lot of you. And you'll find a lot of success through that. A lot of things will come from that, just speaking your truth. And with the two of water, you know, this is love, this is intimacy, this is connection with others, and seeing it with the exiled is kind of like you're still feeling that love that you deserve, and you know, you deserve this love, and so like I said, there's that need to reconnect with yourself and what your truth is, and to really fill your own cup up. You know, take a step back. You're very overwhelmed right now. You have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of burdens right now that you're feeling, and there's really a need to simplify things in a way of not making things so complicated for yourself, not trying to carry all these things at once. And if you have a lot going on, you know, in your mind or whatever it is, there are a lot of things that you're thinking or feeling, to kind of just drop all those things for a second and simplify it for yourself and just say, okay, like, what is my truth? Okay, I'm just gonna rest right now, or, you know, just say a very simple thing for yourself to do. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you don't have to do a million things at once. Setting small goals for yourself is gonna be beneficial for you. It's gonna help you build up, to find that courage to really do something big. But like for now, it's gonna be more beneficial to start with some small goals and just simplify things for yourself first and foremost, because seeing him right here, like, just trying to get away from, he has all these like religious kind of symbols and sigils on him, and then in this hand he has a wand, so, you know, I need to simplify things, like, and to just simply know, okay, this is my value. I value compassion. I'm really about this, you know. It doesn't have to be complicated. To open yourself up to the flow of abundance. So you may have blocked yourself off, kind of feel blocked off from the flow of abundance, but it's still here, you know, it didn't go anywhere. You can open yourself up to the flow of abundance just by kind of shifting your perspective. I see is connecting with their inner light again here, and what your truth is, and speak it to others, speak it in your relationships. Don't make things complicated for yourself. Speak your mind, you know, and align with those visions. Know what you want. Know what you want. So, yeah, let's roll the dice for you again. I haven't rolled it once, but let's roll the dice for pile 2 for how can pile 2 find success. With the north node, so this is growth, this is unfamiliar territory. Falling on the 2 of water, this can be unfamiliar territory in terms of your intimacy, relationships, and connections to others right now. So this can even be a new relationship coming in, or this can just be kind of going about things in a way that you've never done it before. This is just unfamiliar territory, but you're growing a lot from whatever this is. Your relationship can help you grow a lot as well. With 10th house energy, this has to do with your reputation, your status. This is how you're seen and what you're known for. Also deals with authority in your career. So on the 4 of Swords, there's kind of a need to take a bit of a rest from all that mumbo jumbo, you know. And the opposite of the 10th house is the 4th house, and the 4th house deals with your emotional fulfillment, like what it helps you feel comfortable. It's like your home, your inner life. So maybe more of a need to focus on the opposite of the 10th house, which is you out in the world and you really within and in your home and in your privacy, and not focusing so much on 10th house matters of your status. And with Aries energy, we have kind of action, initiation, being assertive. It's masculine energy, so there is a need to assert yourself in some way and to be what people would call selfish a little bit, but it's just making sure you get your needs met here in general, but not making sure you're putting up so much of a fight, you know, as well, because this is a general reading. So I'm going to tell you in the opposite, if you have a lot of defensive, aggressive energy, to just take a step back and try to relax a little bit and connect with yourself. So let me roll a dice again for pile 2. How can pile 2 achieve, how can they gain success? With Uranus energy, this has to do with like change, unexpected change, something unexpected coming in, liberation, freedom energy. Falling on the 2 of water, this is kind of in your relationship. Maybe you need more freedom in your relationship. Maybe you need to try out something a little new, completely break things off. Maybe unexpected people could be coming in your life too that may prove beneficial right now as well. With fifth house energy, it also has to do with your love affairs too. So this can have to do with kind of a relationship that you're having with someone that you need to speak your truth in, and you need to really change the dynamics of how the structures are playing out right now in the relationship. Fifth house energy also has to do with children. It has to do with your self-expression and your creativity, and also risk-taking and gambling. So having fifth house energy right here, I'm feeling like there's a need, you know, for your own self-expression, for your own fun and hobby time, your own creativity, to just kind of get in that zone, get in the flow of it, and do something a little more enjoyable for yourself. And Pisces energy, we have compassion, spiritual energy. Can also be illusions and addictions. So there can be, with it near exiled and 4 of Swords, it can be like kind of a need for recovery from some sort of addiction or something that has been keeping you kind of feeling blocked off in some way, or disconnected or isolated. For some of you, of course, it's not everyone, but just a need for more time to go with the flow, you know, more time to just surrender and relax into things and not force things so much. And also just a need for creativity and connection to source in general for this pile. So that is what I have for you who chose this pile. If you enjoyed, please like the video, and I'll see you next time. Hello everyone who chose pyrite. So this is how can you find success. So let's find out how you can find success. So green tourmaline, courage and strength. So you're gonna find success through being courageous. You know, as they say, fortune favors the bold. Here's your fortune, the pyrite, and you gotta be courageous and bold. I also had something come through about what was it, rubellite, being like the twin flame of green tourmaline or something, and together they make the watermelon tourmaline, which is like a pink and green. It's really pretty, and that brings it brings balance between the feminine and masculine. I think it does a lot of things, like very love energy on that one. Also there's black tourmaline, which has to do with, you know, protection as well. Something that came through, but this is being courageous though, in a way of like being very true to your heart. This isn't being courageous in a way where it's like you're pushing anyone down or anything, but you're being true to yourself and true to what you want within. The World and the Hanged Man. So I actually feel like the Hanged Man is a place where you've kind of been for what I feel like you feel infinite possibility right now. You have infinite possibility, and you gotta know this, like you are so ready to do something right now. There's really a need to figure out exactly, like, get to the center of what it is you want. There's kind of a need to reflect, because I feel like you have had kind of endings and successes already, and there might be a need to kind of reflect on those things. Also, you know what, I'm also seeing that this being like a sort of destined thing that you're just having to surrender to, and just have to follow your messages that you're receiving to do. But you're afraid to do this for some reason here. Things are just... Now, the good thing about the 9 of Swords card is that in this card, everything appears worse than it actually is. So it's kind of like a lot of anxiety and a lot of paranoia around you taking action or having this is probably something that has, you know, a trauma from the past that's kind of keeping you in this Nine of Swords state. Seeing it as something that's occurred before, that you're having a hard time breaking out of this where you're just not doing the putting yourself out there in a way, because you just have these fears around what will happen. You might feel like, in a way, like if you do something, it's the wrong decision or the right decision, or, you know, just overthinking things in general. Overthinking things in general rather than just kind of taking action on the thing that you really love and that you want to do. So all over this, we're seeing there's a need for empowerment for you guys, for you to gain that success. There's a need to really find that self-empowerment and really grounding yourself in the earth too. I'm thinking here, empowerment. With grounded strength and stamina, I think about tiger's eye, which is sitting right here. This is a red tiger's eye. You can look into that if you want, but there's some crystals that can be very beneficial for you right now. But there's really a need to empower yourself right now and to just believe in yourself, know that you can do it, and feel all the support around you. I do feel like you have this strength and stamina, but there's a need for some grounding. There's some overthinking going on. There's just too much overthinking going on, but you have this power within you. Trust me. Like, I'm feeling this strong, powerful energy, but it's like a hesitation based upon like things that happened before, like what happened last time, thinking about what happened last time. So yeah, there's a need to kind of release these fears and these traumas that have been kind of holding you back and keeping you in a place where you might even have beliefs like that you shouldn't, for whatever reason, take action. There might be beliefs around that, maybe feeling like you have to be a hangman, maybe feeling like you have to be a martyr, or have to kind of sacrifice yourself for other people in some way. And this is something that you've done a lot. I'm feeling like whatever this is, you might not even remember what this stemmed from, to be honest, but you know, I couldn't determine that for everyone. This is a general reading anyway. But with releasing, purification, spiritual cleansing, and letting go, it's like letting go of all these fears that have been holding you back. There's really a need to empower yourself now, and I feel like you've been releasing a lot of things already, and there's just kind of a bit more to go. It does feel like hummingbird energy is very, very free energy, very lively, happy energy, joyful energy. There's a need for more of that in your life right now, because I feel like you've been going through a stage where you've just been kind of have to taking things that you need to take, you know, like as in taking L's, like taking, well, not even L's, like just sitting back and having to let things happen as the hangman does, and letting this purification process occur. Don't resist this process. Don't overthink this process. It's here to assist you right now. So I am feeling like, you know, there is this releasing going on right now. And then there's a need to empower yourself after this release has occurred, or as it's occurring. There's a need to empower yourself and really believe in yourself. As I do see, you have big dreams, you have big goals, you have big visions here, and like I'm feeling excited now. I'm feeling like this is very heartfelt energy right now. Like the type of, like, you know, it feels like I want to cry right now, because it's just like something that's really beautiful that's occurring right now. And I feel like there's been a stage, if you're already past this stage of the fear and you just are unsure of what to do next, there's just, you know, that need to really have this vision and to have the empowerment and know that you can do it. Have that get grounded, strong, and vital. Making sure you're taking care of yourself, of course, and knowing that you can do it. You got this sword in your hand. You can cut through any lies, any illusions. This isn't... You've gone through these things in the past so that you can learn how to be empowered and stand in your own authority, so that you don't have to rely on anyone, You don't have to rely on anyone anymore. And so whether or not you're past this stage of the paranoia, so if you are still in this stage, there's this need to really allow things to happen and for yourself to be able to release and then to empower yourself. If you're past this stage, this has been a huge cycle that has been teaching you so much, like getting ready to get empowered and get your vision out there in the world. And just, a need for more fun, like with our hummingbird here, more joy, more fun as well. Allowing yourself to connect with others of like minds in some way is going to be beneficial for you. You might be someone who does so if you have an interest, I say find a group or find like minds, find people who enjoy doing this too and connect with them. As I'm seeing a lot of hobbies in this pile, whether this is that you like to do tarot, you're into like moon cycles, feminine stuff, witchcraft, coffee, maybe you're into drinking, whatever you're into, finding a like-minded group of people. You might have been afraid to do this because of past experiences too, to kind of connect with other people in some way. As I'm seeing this as being like going at it alone type of energy, but there's a need for some fun, for some joy, for some connection with others, and that's really going to help you to achieve success. You're going to feel very fulfilled from this. And high vibrational living, all of this kind of bringing you into this state, making sure you're not engaging in things that are just draining your energy and that you don't need to be involved in. So with high vibrational living, it's like a shift in perspective can change a lot of things. Just telling yourself I am the light that I am, or there's mantras there, whatever works for you. Okay, you don't have to say a mantra, you don't have to say anything. If you don't want to say it, you just find whatever works for you and you do that. And if anyone tries to bring you down, whatever, they have their people that are gonna resonate with them. But just know who you are and be empowered in who you are, and don't even bother with people who are gonna just try to bring you down because they're upset. It's just something that they need to work through for themselves. You don't need to get engaged in any of that if you don't want to. So we have 2 3s, 3 energy. So 3 and 3 equals 6, and this is very good for this is a master healer, teacher, builder. 33 equals 6, has to do with relationships as well, your relationships to others, being of service, love, beauty. So we have 33 energy. Here's 32 and here's 33 energy. And so we have the majors as well. So this is a very major cycle of your life right now. And let's roll the dice. So how can pile 3 find success? So Neptune has to do with spirituality. It also has to do with your imagination, dreams, your kind of creativity in the sense of, more like poetic, not exactly creative in the sense of like aesthetic, but it's very spiritual, poetic, metaphorical type of creativity. Neptune also deals with illusions and addictions. So in terms of high vibrational living, if there are addictions, there's really a need to face these addictions as well to empower yourself. But in general, a need for like some sort of spiritual or creative endeavor connection. Also, Neptune energy can be martyr, sacrifice. The Hangman is Neptune energy, so making sure you're not draining your energy if you don't have to. So Aries energy has to do with action, assertion. It's like the masculine principle. Aries are usually very confident and blunt. They just go in. They're initiators. So it falling on the Hangman is kind of like you not taking action that has been needed to be taken. That's why there's a need to empower yourself here and to really assert yourself. So with 4 energy, this is your own emotional needs and stability and security. Like this is you, your inner world, your home. So if there are people in your home that are kind of causing like this nightmare experience situation, or this can also be things that kind of you not feeling emotionally stable or secure in some way, that there's a need to release and empower yourself. So may I please have some messages for pile 3 for how they can achieve success? How they can achieve success. Attain success? I don't know. We have more Aries energy, so there's definitely a need to take action, to be confident, to be assertive, to be a doer and a go-getter and whatever, a pioneer. With the 9th house energy, we have your beliefs, your philosophies, religions, spiritualities, long distance travels like gurus. It's also 9th house energy, it's law sometimes. So, there's a need to release beliefs that aren't serving you and to have beliefs that are conductive of high vibrational living, so living in your most optimal state. And with Saturn energy, we have kind of your structure, your routine, duties, delays, responsibilities, authority figures. So kind of having yourself a routine and a structure that is conductive of being high vibrational to yourself. For example, making sure you're not having like a routine that's just like where you end up just laying in bed all day scared or something. Whatever it is, structures, authorities, routines, duties and delays too. Saturn's a great teacher. Keep that in mind, that you've been being taught a lesson, as if this was like you're in the school of Earth. So, taking your lessons and learning, because 9th house energy is higher education too. So, learning what there was to be learned and gained from all this experience, because this is really taught you to stand in your own power here. It's taught you a lot. So, just a need for that more fun, creative energy here, empowerment, releasing, letting go. So that's what I have for you, for those of you who chose pile 3. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to my channel. I do upload regularly, and I'll see you in the next video.